Assalamu alaikum. This is video 2. And so the Vatican Reign of Terror is over. It's to be no more. The capital of the corporate pyramid scheme, because they were one of the heads of the corporate pyramid scheme, because it's basically a pyramid scheme with 3 heads. Okay, military head, a financial head, and a spiritual head, right? Located in 3 different places, right? The Vatican, the London, and then America. Or it would be the Vatican City, Britain, and America. The three heads of the snake, if you will. They were to be decapitated, and it's from what would say, and be no more. The entire system was to spiral into chaos, and that is where humanity, that is where the world is right now, because of the collapse of this paradigm. That paradigm, that 3-headed paradigm, the world is in chaos, economic chaos as well, right? Okay, so, we talked about that. Okay, now, so the 24,000 celestial New Year cycle began Muharram 1st, 1436, which was October 2015. So you can see that we've been going through so many, so many celestial changes since 2011, right? With with Uranus going into Aries, 2011, March 12, 2011. The lights appearing over Jerusalem, January 28, 2011. We've had the Ison and Elenon. I believe that was 2000. That was 2011. Was it 2011? That was coming. It was coming in 2011, 2012. I think it was. And 2000. And some call that the cochinas, right? The Hopi prophecy would have considered those the cochinas, the red and blue cochinas, the ones that are to purify the earth, right? The blue to come in peace, and then when the red comes, it's going to come and change the earth, right? And those who live in peace will survive, and those who live, let's say, by the gun, by the sword, will die by the sword. Those who live by the peace, in peace, will, survive. Another thing that's very important too, children, okay? Remember, this is to be the age of the woman, right? Because as demonstrated by, which was it, Muharram 3rd, 2017, with the prophecy, with Revelation sign 12, right? The appearance of the woman, me, okay? Alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this will be the year of the woman. No, the time of the woman, right? Well, the next 24,000 years is going to be about the woman, right? So, and as we discussed, it ain't going to be a white woman, okay? It's going to be a black woman. I am that woman, alhamdulillah. So, and I'm here to teach you about what is going on, and what you can expect, and what is going on in the celestial sphere as well as the earth sphere, right? In our environment, right? As well as our political structure and our just everything, okay? About the time that we live in, right? Now, so now this is to be the time where, let's say it's not only the time of the woman, but it's a time when life is balanced out between male and female, right? Because the last 24,000 years was basically a period where men ruled, dominated. The woman, well, I won't say totally, because in Africa, women were queens and warriors, and they had a lot of power, right? It's just been these recent times, in European times, when the power went to Europe, right? And the repression of women, right? Well, women were always repressed in Europe. But okay, so now things are going to be balanced, right? So all those things that, let's say, all those things that hurt a woman, okay, that repressed a woman, will be balanced out, okay? And children are a big, have been used to repress their parent, their mother, right? So children need to be aware of what is going on as well, because they cannot continue to be rebellious to their mother, right? Because many times when the children are rebellious, their mother is very patient and overlooking the child's behavior. But there's going to come a time where when the mother cries out because of the child's ill behavior, that mother cries will be answered by the angels, and those children will be punished, and sometimes they will be put to death. They will not so much by the system, but by natural means. Okay, like in Islam, there was this time when it was the Qudra. It was the Qudra. I can't remember his name, but Musa, Prophet Moses, the one you know as Moses. Now Moses met with this man. Okay. He wanted Moses. It's a story about Moses, and Moses wanted to be wiser. Okay, because Allah Subhanahu wa Taala says, for every knowing there's one who knows more, right? For everyone who knows something, there's one who always knows more. Okay, nobody ever knows more, the most. Okay, nobody can, let's say, can ever know the most. Okay, there's always somebody who knows more than somebody else. So nobody's all knowing, is what I'm saying. So Moses wanted to learn more, and Allah told him to go and meet this this man. So Musa went to meet this man, and he was to meet the man between two bodies of water, I think it was. And it's interesting how Moses is associated with water, Pisces, and I guess that's when Pisces change. I guess, I don't know. But anyway, so Moses met with this man. Okay, so he was a holy man. Okay. I forget his name. But anyway, so Moses met with the man, and the man was instructed to do some things that Musa did not understand. And one of the things that the man was instructed to do, he was instructed to put a hole in a boat. Moses didn't understand that, and so Moses asked him why he did that, and the man was very irritated by Musa, because Musa was just supposed to stay there, was to learn from the man, not question him, but learn from him. Perhaps at one point, after the man had accomplished his assignments, because he was assigned to do whatever he did, had done. He was assigned to do that by Allah. So he put a hole in the boat. He repaired a wall. This is the man. I'm just saying his name was Al-Qutra, but that may not be the one, because there's been so many. There's other characters as well that that are spoken of in Islam as it relates to the prophets as well. So I'm just saying his name just for giving him a name, just for you to be able to identify the character that I'm speaking out as he's to be distinguished from Musa, when I'm speaking in this manner. So anyway, Al-Qudra, he put a hole in a boat. Musa asked him about that, and Musa was not patient, and so Musa thought, but Musa wasn't patient, but Musa was also very kind, right? And so he felt that Al-Qudra putting the hole in the boat was very bad, and then the Al-Qudra had to tell him, no, he put a hole in the boat because, there was a king behind, that was taking every boat, and those people who needed their boat to fish, and so if Al-Qudra put a hole in the boat, the king would not take the boat, and the people could repair the boat and and have food, because they could fish and have food, because these were good people. So Allah didn't want their boat to be taken, so Al-Qudra put a hole in the boat. So some things happen for a reason, right? So then Musa and Al-Qudra went to another, they went to a town, let's say a village, and they asked the people for food. and the people didn't want to give him food. So, so El-Qudra fixed the wall. He fixed the wall in that village. And Musa asked El-Qudra, why did he fix the wall? Because they, he shouldn't have fixed the wall because they didn't want to give him food. So he shouldn't have fixed the wall. El-Qudra told him he fixed the wall because there was orphans in that town whose father had left them wealth, and he didn't want them, he didn't want the townspeople to, to get the wealth because the wealth was buried in the wall. So fixing the wall protected the wealth, and when the orphans got older, they would find the wealth and they would, be able to take care of themselves. So Musa understood that. And so what I'm saying is sometimes things happen, and you don't understand. But the thing is, I'm going to get to the main part, and that is a child. Then they came across this boy, and El-Qudra killed the boy. And Musa thought that was bad because it was like, why did you kill the boy? When the boy didn't do anything to El-Qudra. And El-Qudra had to tell Musa, when that boy grew up, that boy was going to be a burden to his parents. And his parents were good people. So Allah was going to switch that bad son for a good son. So what I'm trying to tell you is that children better be good to their parents. Because this is a time when Allah will send somebody to take the child away, okay, from the parents, especially if the parents are good, okay. But so when Musa, didn't have the patience to, to not question El-Qudra, finally El-Qudra said, that Musa and him had to part ways because he didn't understand the ways of, or the actions of El-Qudra. Okay, but I had to tell that story because, as I said, I wanted to demonstrate that Allah will send somebody to do some things that you might not understand and you might not like. And children better be good to their parents because that is one of the things that Allah may do too, is take a bad child and give a parent another child in replace for that child, the bad child that Allah took away, to have mercy on those parents. Okay, so children, don't think you're exempt from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's chastisement. You better listen to your parents. Okay. Anyway, going back to the 24,000 celestial year cycle. Okay, so the 24,000 celestial New Year cycle began March Muharram 1st. 2036, which was October 14th, 2015, at the Libra new moon in the 4th year. And that was the 4th year of the 2000 celestial year cycle of the age of Aquarius. And that was after what? 2011, right? When it began. So all kinds of things have been going on in the universe, as while the galactic alignment has been taking place. Okay, that we have to be aware of, right? Because they do affect us, and not only that, but those let's say the three-headed commercial paradigm, okay, commercial world. Okay, with the Vatican, the Britain, or London rather, so-called Lords of London, the commercial aspect of the three-headed beast. Yeah, that's what it is, a beast, a three-headed beast, right? They're very aware of the time, and then the military aspect of the beast, right? Because it's a three-headed beast, not snake, a three-headed beast. It's a beast, and 2 heads of the beast have died. Right? The commercial aspect of it and have been decapitated. So it's only 1 head now. It has only 1 head, right? A military head, right? So it's a Frankenstein beast, right? And so the commercial, the Vatican, which was the spiritual head of the beast, right, has died, been decapitated. Okay? The power has been taken away from it, right? it's fallen because the age has changed. Pisces going from Pisces to Aquarius, right, in 2012, right? 2012, December 21st, right? And that was also anticipated on the what? On the Aztec calendar, right? Okay, then we had the retirement of the resigning of the Pope in 2013 in the month of what? Black History Month, right? February. Okay, so lots of things have been going on, and they've been paying attention, and they've been following while, you know, humanity is constantly distracted with so-called false flags, okay, and weapons, what they call gun control and all this kind of stuff, right? Okay, and all this ISIS and killing and terror attacks and 9/11 and all this kind of stuff that just, you know, let's say screwing humanity, trying to screw up humanity's head when the Aries light has, when their consciousness has been returned to their mind, right? Okay, in the age of Aquarius, right? Okay, so now, so we said the 24,000 celestial year began Muharram 1st to 1436, and which was October 14, 2015, in the Libra new moon in the 4th year of the celestial age of Aquarius. Okay, now, so it was smack dab in the middle of the galactic alignment, which is resetting of the celestial calendar, the reset of the and symbolic of the resetting of the galactic of the celestial calendar is symbolic of the reset of the global currency, right? Because the currency represents, for them, it represents celestial power. Okay, it's like representing celestial power, energy, right? Okay. So, as I said, that the resetting of the global currency is to reflect celestial power, or the new 24,000 celestial age. Now, that's why the market is going to definitely collapse. That's why they want to take your weapons away from you, so that you will have no right way to defend yourself. Let's say if you're a prepper, okay, and you know, stockpile some weapons to protect yourself, it's your right to bear arms, okay? But if they make it illegal, you can't protect, you know, yourself or your family or your livelihood, you know, that which you've stored that will enable you to survive. So, yeah, you know, I would hate to see it, but you know, if you're going to be stupid and give away your weapons, then that's just you're just being stupid, okay? And just like when they took your gold, okay? Took your gold, and now the dollar's failing. You don't have no money, okay? No nothing, okay? And then they want to take away all the social programs and give you boxed commodity foods when they should be giving you that when the global economy collapses, okay? So it's all a game. In order for them to maintain control and you enslaved. Okay, so they want to set the global currency, okay, because they don't have the means to maintain. They don't have the commercial means, economic means, nor do they have the spiritual means to maintain control of humanity in this new age. Okay. So, what do you say? Okay. Okay, so Virgo, the virgin father, likened to Adam, the first man, was to give birth to the Liberian girl. Right? And that what I mean by that is Virgo can be male or female. A man is a virgin too, right? So Libra, okay, Libra is to give, when I say Libra gives birth to the Liberian girl, is to say that Libra comes after Virgo, right? The constellation Leo Libra comes after Virgo. So the king gives birth to his Virgo, or his daughter, or his son, right? That is, after Leo comes Virgo, after Virgo comes Libra. So that's like, you know, it follows. It descends from that constellation. So it's like giving birth, right? Okay. So, and so the person, the individual, the universe has you know, oriented humanity to follow is a Libra. I mean, is a Virgo, Michael, right? And I've posted many videos demonstrating that he's the one, the legacy that is to be followed, the legacy of love, right? That's to be followed, that's to change the world, heal the world, help the children, and all of that, okay? And that's why, again, that they were so, that these Zionists, okay, who control, you know, or trying to keep that three-headed beast alive, right? Try to malign him as a child molester, when in reality he's the angel that came to save humanity, okay, to teach humanity, to guide humanity, okay, my spiritual father, okay, because if I you know, alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Liberian girl that the Virgo gave birth to, okay, then he's my spiritual father, and he's the Aquarian father of the cosmic Aquarian father of the Aquarian age, because he's his ascendant is Aquarian, okay. So and I also posted many videos that demonstrated, you know, the celestial signs that are connected with his birth. Okay, so he was the one to give birth to the Liberian girl. Okay, myself, my spiritual father, whom I love and adore. Okay, I learned so much from alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and also saved me in 2011 by, you know, his music, you know, saving me at, you know, at the most the difficult time in my life, you know, depending on his legacy and his strength and all of that. So anyway, and also again, remember I said the Aquarian, you know, that angel appeared over the Al-Aqsa Mosque in 2011, which was in Aquarius, and which is the month of Safar, okay, and Michael is an Aquarian, and he's born in the month of Safar on the Islamic calendar. Okay, so he was a virgin to give birth, and also Pluto was in a sign, which also represents, you know, change, right? Okay, okay, but anyway, so, where was I at? Okay, so, yeah, so he was a virgin father. He's a virgin father and the father of the Aquarian age. And like unto Adam, he was to give birth to the Liberian girl, or to Libra, right? Who was to represent the embodiment of the 24,000 celestial years cycle, right? As it reflects the revelations, right? The woman that was to be born, or revelation, which was to appear in the sky in 2017, right? And that was after what? Virgo, right? So Virgo gives birth to that, and it states the virgin gives birth to the prophet, right? But in reality, it's that sign appeared in Libra, right? So it's a Virgo giving birth to the woman, right? Okay. Now. Where are we at? Okay, so representative giving birth to the woman that's to represent the embodiment of the 24,000 year cycle, because a woman has to give birth to a woman. It has to be a woman, because a woman has to give birth to the new age. A woman, it has to be a woman that gives birth to the new age, right? Okay. Okay, so and it biblically represents Revelations 12 that occurred, as we said, in on Muharram 3rd, 1439, or September 23rd, which is 2017. And it appeared from the womb of the Holy Liberian Grail, right? Okay, the Holy Grail. And that is what that I represent, the Holy Grail. And it's true. I don't care. I can't say I don't care whether you believe it or not, but it's irrelevant to me. But alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I know, what my celestial nature is, okay? So just as alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala know who Michael's celestial nature is, and again, martyrs don't die, okay? He's a martyr, though they live, though we know it not. So alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that woman born to give you this insight, okay? Born to guide you, born to teach you, okay? Born to instruct you, okay? So if you were looking for a white woman, you're gonna continue to look, right, for something that doesn't exist, okay? It was to be alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala Hebrew, woman such as myself, a Hebrew, Egyptian, African American, whatever you want to identify, the true nature, okay? Because all of those, categories, descriptions fit, okay? Egyptian, Hebrew, Muslim, African American, black, all of that. So, but alhamdulillah, I am that woman that is spoken of in Revelations 12. Okay? Now, born of the womb of, from the womb of the consciousness, the womb representing the consciousness of the legacy of the Virgin Father, which is Michael Joseph Ljackson. Okay? That would be my spiritual father. Okay? As he is the spiritual father of all humanity, being the father of the Aquarian age. Okay? Now, you can be misguided and not to accept it, okay? But it don't make, just because you don't accept it doesn't mean it's not true, okay? It's very true, okay? We are in Revelations. We've been in Revelations a very long time. Things have been happening, somebody said there are three kinds of people. Things that make things happen, people watch it happen, and people who want to know, people who wonder what happened. Well, we are in those who, there are those who know what's happening. There are those who are making it happen, and there's who are just don't, know what's happening. And then when, everything is said and done, they'll wonder when the world changes, they'll wonder what happened. Those are the kinds who will be left out, okay, left behind. Because the consciousness is changing. And alhamdulillah, mashallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah, I'm contributing to my my share as well, okay? My celestial duties as well. And I do claim, alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my throne. I can't claim my spot, as it relates to my celestial identity. Now, so from the womb of the Virgin Father, the consciousness of the Virgin Father, I come, alhamdulillah, born of that consciousness, was to be born, as we said, and all humanities to be born of the Aquarian age, which will be the equinox today, right? Mashallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the spring equinox, okay? So, or the rebirthing of the Christ consciousness, the reincarnation of the Christ consciousness, returns to the world, to the humanity, and when humanity is in its right mind, okay? Humanity is in its right mind at this time. As we get ready to enter the celestial eye of the needle, right? In Taurus, in the constellation of in the Pleiades, right? The seven sisters, and converse with receive that energy, that consciousness through energy, right? The signals that is to come from energy, that are related, the energy that is transmitted, through signals, right? Celestial signals, okay? And that the heart and the brain waves pick up, right? The heart picks up through vibrations, and the brain picks it up just through hearing signals in the ears, you know, or of course that's the only way to hear, basically, through here. You know, the ears hear, you know, we hear signals and things like that. Okay, and then the brain translates, okay, processes it, the signals, right? So you'd understand what is being communicated to you, right? Okay. Now, and alhamdulillah, I know damn well there ain't nobody else in this whole world that's giving you this kind of information, okay? So alhamdulillah, I know the quality of what I'm saying. I know the legitimacy of what I'm saying, okay? And I know how real what I'm saying is. So you know, alhamdulillah, Allah has given me divine insight because I am who I am. I am that woman of Revelation 12, okay, and they know it as well. I know they know it. You know, and as I said, there's no woman has ever been on this earth to give you this insight. Okay, so I know the power of what I'm saying. Okay, alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, so anyway, so okay, so the Christ consciousness humanity will be receiving, right? And humanity will be transforming itself within the next 7 years as Uranus transcends through the constellation of Taurus. Okay. But converse with the seven sisters, right? Okay. Telekinetically, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, so the what's that? Fathered by, it will be fathered by what? The man who was believed to be the Holy Father, the Holy Grail, right? That was the consciousness that humanity. Let me make sure that's right. Okay, so it reflects a new age. Thus, the Christ consciousness is the African consciousness delivered by the Prophet Abraham, right? The father. Yeah. Okay. 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 Okay, let me see. Okay, so we're going to go to video 3. Yeah, let me see. Video 3. Yeah, let me see. Make sure I get this right.